Welcome to another episode, everyone. A black conservative woman comes for FBAs, comes for the black community, says that the black community is ghetto. She defends her proximity, her desire for proximity to whiteness. She says that it's the way to go because black people are so ghetto. She's going to instantly regret this, I suppose, perhaps when I get done with her, but let's see.
Folks, there is a clear divide happening in our country right now. We have the ghetto, ratchet, black Americans. You can't tell them anything. They know it all. Lack law and order. Those black Americans. Then you have black Americans that are just decent people trying to live and want to see a prosperous country and want to build families. And what is happening? We all get lumped into one. And why you say that? Well, because of this side. You guys make it harder for this side. And we're tired of it. We are.
So you want proximity to white people, and you feel like black ghetto ratchet people, as she referred to them, are making all black people look bad, she said. She said it affects everyone. The thing that gets me about people like this, and of course there are many black people who feel the same way, actually, conservative or not, that black, the black fatigue, black ghetto culture, they're all ratchet, they're no good, black mothers are no good, the way that they're raising their children to be ghetto, etc. You even have black people in her comments. As a conservative black man, I could not agree more. I had to cut them off, even family, he says. She says, yep, me too. Another one says, say it loud, sister, tell the truth. Right? So there are other black people who feel this same way. Yeah, these people are wretched. And in fact, I've heard, over the last year or so, and I've seen so many black content creators creating videos and content about black fatigue and how fatigued they are, and people in the comments talking about black fatigue and we're exhausted with these people and all of this. And they constantly lump one group or one individual into the entire group. As she even said, she recognizes it. She says that this group makes it bad for everyone else, for the other Americans, black Americans who just want to raise their family and, be good people. So she recognizes the fact that white people will judge her based on what other black people do. And she wants separation from what she believes to be black ghetto people, not understanding that they see her as Shanae like they see any other black man. It does not matter to these people, racist people, that you're one of the good ones. You're still one. You're just one of the good ones, so-called one of the good ones. They do not see you any different than they see anyone else. They did not see President Obama any different than they saw any other black man in this country. The president, married with kids, upright, brilliant, intelligent, articulate, calm, self-possessed. Doesn't matter how great you are as a black person in this country, you will still be just another black person. You can't ascend to any higher heights than what President Obama did, and they still denigrated and disparaged him. They still talked about the man like he was a thug in the hood. Because to them, you are. It does not matter. And the thing is, what upsets me about these people, these kind of people, and white people as well, who make videos and comments about black fatigue, is that these individuals, including people like her, refuse to talk about masses culture. They refuse to talk about white culture. I'm not sure exactly what is white culture other than violence. But they refuse to talk about it. They don't talk about the fact that Austin Metcalf, the individual unalived by Carmelo Anthony, that he has a racist past. He's been caught hitting up KKK on the wall, saying "Hail Hitler," saying the N-word multiple times, has assaulted black women in school, been expelled from school, been expelled from the basketball team, etc. They don't look at him and say, this is white culture. It's the music that he listened to. It's his parents. You know, whenever it's something that happens in the black community, they blame it on everything black, on everything having to do with black culture. It's the rap music. It's the mothers who are raising these people. It's the ghetto. It's their environment. It's the fact that these people are lazy, etc. And whatever this one individual does, they lump the entire community into that. As she is even recognizing. She's saying that this half of the community is making the other half look bad. Because they have no separation. They don't say, well, this is just this person. They put it on the entire race. But when one of them does something wrong, it's just that individual. More than likely, it was a mental problem, a mental breakdown. They killed 50 kids in the school, 2-year-old kids. They say he had a bad day. He had a mental problem. He needs help, like Lindsay Clancy. They just need help. It's postpartum. She strangled all 3 of her kids. It's postpartum. Whenever they do something, it's not their culture. When they talk about Lindsay Clancy and the women are out there celebrating her right now, they're not saying that this is just their culture. This is just Lindsay Clancy. This is just Austin Metcalf. This is just Mark Furman. This is just David Duke. This is not representative of their entire culture. You never hear about white fatigue when we see these Karens out here attacking black people for no reason, for just walking down the street. You will be one of them. They don't know that you are a conservative who wants to be white, that thinks that she's white, who wishes that she was white. They don't know that when they pull you over, that you voted for Trump. They don't know that when you're walking down the street. They don't know that when you walk into the store. So they will still harass you, pull you over, shoot you, kill you, beat you, like they do any other black person. The white people who are out there hunting black people and lynching them do not know that you are a conservative. If they did know, if they do not care. When they see you, they do not see a conservative. They do not see someone who supports YT supremacy. They just see a black person. That's it. They don't care that you may care all that you want, that you are conservative and think that you are better than black people who are not. But they do not think that you are any better. They see you, they see another black person. But these individuals refuse of everything that's going on in white culture, like January 6th. They don't make videos about this. They don't say that this is white culture just being violent and just being who they are. I'm so exhausted. It's such fatigue. They put it off on the one individual that's involved. They don't condemn an entire race. Even black people like her and Anton Daniels and Officer Tatum. Whenever they make videos about black people and black fatigue, they never call out white people. Do you say, well, call them out for what? They're just calling out the ratchetness in the black community, the ghetto-ness. Yes, black culture has some problems. Many. But so does every other culture. So does YT culture. They talk about black women and black women raising children in this country and how they're raising thugs and etc. But no one talks about how white women are raising school shooters. Everyone in the Epstein files was raised by white women. They never talk about white culture being in the Epstein files and how they're all sick like this. They don't, even though there's thousands of them in there, they still won't put it on the whole race. If it's just one of us, they'll lump the whole race in it. Whatever the infraction is. One black woman acts ghetto or ratchet, they say all black women are ghetto and ratchet. But they won't say all white women will kill their babies like Lindsay Clancy. They just say that it's her, she had postpartum, she has a problem. Not all of them have a problem. These are the same YT women who are raising Hitler, raising school shooters. You talk about black women and their parenting skills. You're raising children who are going up into schools, killing kids by the dozens, killing kids. Raised by you. The people in the triple K, raised by white women. You raised the most violent, hateful, racist people in the world. That's what you've done. That's your job. That's what you've put out into the world, YT woman. A bunch of killers, a bunch of sick, diabolical, violent individuals. So stop pointing your finger at black people. You can talk about white culture right now. You can make a video talking about all the school shootings, all the racism in the political parties, all of the black people being found dangling from a tree in this country. Is that black culture? Are the school shootings black culture? But even if you do criticize one of them, it's just going to be one of them. It's not, she'll never say that there's a part of white culture that are racist, violent, disgusting human beings who are making it bad for the other part of white culture, who are just good people, good Americans who care about everybody and just want to live their life. She's not making that comparison. White culture also has a violent culture, an extremely violent culture. But you people never criticize that. Yes, black people have problems. Yes, there's some parts of black culture that needs to be addressed. I'm not going to get into in this video exactly why that is, that the culture is the way that it is right now. Eventually I will. But things need to be addressed, and they are being addressed, and they will. But for every black person or parts of the black culture that you can find negative parts about, you can find about with any culture, including your daddies, including your masses, YT culture, who you all praise and love so much, who can do no wrong. Got police officers killing black people for no reason. That's their culture. But they never get on here and attack their culture. It's going to be just one bad apple. Derek Chauvin is just one bad police. It's not all of them. Let them tell it. But let you do something, they're going to criticize and condemn the entire culture and lump it all together. Until they do something, then they're going to separate and say, this is not us, this is not who we are. It was that person who was dealing with postpartum.
Yes, I'm a conservative black woman.
Yeah, we know.
And I don't want to associate with this side.
We don't want to associate with you either, bitch.
You glorify violence. You glorify...
So do white people. They glorified it so much that they stood there and took pictures. They stood there and took pictures. Little kids, old people, young people took pictures, took souvenirs while a lifeless body was hanging from a tree. They took pictures of it, laughed about it. There are postcards with them laughing at a dead, burnt body. You want to talk about glorifying violence? And let's continue. Everything you say about our culture, I got something for your culture, for your YT culture. Everything you say about it, because these people love to project and put everything on us, everything that they are, everything that they do, everything that they are about. These are the most lazy people in the history of the world. YT people. Yeah, they are. They didn't lift a damn finger during slavery. Black people had to do every damn thing. They did nothing. They didn't cook. They didn't clean. They didn't work. They did nothing. Black people cleaned their homes, cooked their food, tended to their babies, cleaned the fields and the yard. They didn't have to lift a finger. Black people did everything, all of the work, yet somehow, as I said, their PR campaign needs to be studied. Somehow, the laziest people in the world, and we have proof, we have data that they are extremely lazy. They didn't lift a finger for hundreds of years and got rich off of other people lifting their fingers for them. They're so lazy that they wouldn't kidnap an entire race to work for them because they didn't want to work. We have proof. But the laziest people, and we have proof that the black man is not is if anything, is the most productive man in the world. We built this country. We're not lazy. Yet the most laziest people in the world have somehow convinced the entire world. The whole world is whitewashed. All of these people want proximity to whiteness, including her, Asians, Latinos, Indians. We see videos constantly of these individuals coming out disrespecting us, but never disrespecting YT people. Won't fix their mouth to say one bad word about them, ever. Because they all want to be YT people. Every one of them. Every group. But you never hear these individuals come out and say a word, a bad word about YT people or any other group. Just black. You don't hear it talking about any other group. The most laziest people in the world, the laziest people, have somehow convinced the world that they're hardworking, astute, intelligent people who build worlds and businesses and corporations, and black people are lazy and ghetto. The people who receive more welfare assistance than any other group have convinced the world that black women are the welfare queens. Their PR needs to be studied. The laziest people in the world have convinced the world that we are the laziest people. The people who built the country are the ones who are lazy, not us, the people who did nothing to build the country. You can't make this stuff up. The most violent people in the world, in the history of the world, and it's not even close, have highlighted violence in the black community and then convinced the entire world that the black man is dangerous. The most violent man in the world has convinced people like her that they're upstanding citizens who deserve veneration and praise, something to aspire to, and that you are ratchet and ghetto and violent. This is what she's saying, how violent the black community is, how the black community glorifies violence. She doesn't talk about the people who blew up churches with little black girls in there. The people who maimed Emmett Till so bad, disfigured his face, that it was hard to look at. She doesn't talk about their violence. 25 black people have been found hanging from a tree since last year. She's on here talking about black culture. These motherfuckers out here killing us right now. And she's talking about how violent we are. Black people haven't lynched one white person that I know of. I haven't seen one white person dangling from a tree. But we're the violent ones. Let her tell it.
Sexual promiscuity. You glorify robbing, stealing, scamming. And when
and they steal and scam too. The president is even lying, stealing, and scamming. White people scam the government, banks, home loans, credit card fraud. They just do it on a bigger level. But it's no difference.
On this side, say, wait, no, absolutely not. We're not down with that. We don't want anything to do with it.
Bye.
You come after our blackness.
Yeah.
And say that we are less than.
You are.
But now when we call out your deplorable behavior.
Because you're not calling out your daddy's deplorable behavior. Make a video about Clancy and her unaliving her kids and talk about violence then in a violent culture. We're talking about because you have white supremacist talking points that you're saying the same thing that they say. Black people are ghetto, ratchet, violent. And it's not that you can agree with them. It's not that I'm just keeping it real and they're just keeping it real. No, it's the fact that there are things to criticize about their culture as well, and you don't do it. You only want to criticize this culture. Same thing for white people who always have something to say about black people and black culture, but never talk about these crazy ass school shooters. Never talk about the man who went up in a black church and killed 9 black people while they were sitting there in church because they welcomed him in like fools. Because that's what black people do, like fools. You know, it has been determined that many people believe, I just saw a video on Instagram just last night, the sister talking about how they tried to get this black man in a car. I believe it was Mississippi, may have been Alabama. And he said no. Some white dudes put up in the trunk, and she too reiterated the fact that she believes this is how these hangings are happening. I've seen many people speak about this. Just side note, newsflash. These white people are coming up on black people pretending like their car is disabled, like they need help, they need directions or whatever. Hey, can you help me? And they get you to the car, they're gaffing you up, putting you somewhere, and they find you hanging from a tree. So just be aware, because they're using our kindness against us. They know that we're so damn nice, that we love everybody, that we look out for everybody. We're so violent and so hateful and so ghetto, let them tell it, but we care about and look out for everybody. They know this. They know that we are the chosen people. They're using it against us. Black people welcomed that man into the church, and then he turned around and killed all of them because we're too nice. We'll let anyone in our homes, except maybe other black people, but we'll let other people into our homes, welcome them with open arms. And they use this against us all the time because we just want to be accepted. We just want to be considered equal. Hell, at this point, we just want to be considered human beings. So we just want the acceptance of others. So we'll accept anything and anybody because we have low self-esteem who just wants the acceptance of other people. I'm not one of them. And this is how black people are coming up dead. Just beware.
Now we're trying to have proximity to whiteness?
Yes.
Make it make sense.
You make it make sense. Is that your hair? All right, then. You want proximity.
Guess what? It doesn't. And as a conservative, I see all the comments. I see, oh, you're a coon. You're an Uncle Tom. You're all that. I don't know what type of response you want out of me with that. I'm just letting you know when I see the comment, I automatically say, man, the lack of intellect is astounding. And I'm praying for you. I am. I'm praying for you. With that being said, I just want to let you know that our voices are getting louder. There is an uprising of more Black people that is tired of the toxic culture and community, and we're separating ourselves, but also we're raising generations that want nothing to do with that absolutely toxic behavior. And there's nothing you can do about it. So call us what you want, but baby, we're not going anywhere. And hey, I challenge you. Choose a side. Choose carefully, or get left behind. What a concept. Folks, there is a...
Okay, there you have it. I've said enough. Got my damn blood pressure all up. I'm going to let it go right there. I have chosen the side, the Black side, whatever that looks like. All Black people, all of my people, even the sellouts. None of us are perfect. The ghetto, ratchet, whatever, I love them the same. They're no different. They are human beings. Maybe lost, maybe need some help and direction. Let's help them then. Not throw them under the bus and make it seem like other people are so much better than them. No, they're not. These people are sick and ratchet and ghetto too, in their own way, and violent and murderers. Bottom line, let me know what you think in the comments. Stay safe and stay free, people.